All right, it's Monday morning, and you can see we are starting fresh. So we've got our futures charts over here. This is what we're trading on right here for the futures. We've got Webull going there. That's where all our Tesla stock and stuff is. And then we've got our YouTube stuff up there. It's going to be an interesting week because over the weekend, all I heard was half the world out there is, oh, the sky is falling. The other half is like, nope, we're going back up. You know what I know? I don't know shit. That's why I do this and I practice with this. I have no bias. I never have a bias coming into the market. As you can see right here, we are trading off the 15-minute orb, right? We've got our high end, our low end. We got our first targets there, first target there. We have our Friday close, and this is how we trade. So what we're going to wait for is a break and retest on that. All right, so we just took our first trade. You can see it right here. It was in that 1 minute candle right there. What we were waiting for was to break below the opening range low again, which is this red line here, plus to break this little bit of an uptrend line. And I waited for my 14 EMA to cross over my VWAP. And I took the shot right there, resulted in a $90 win on that trade. So now we're going to wait to see if this goes ahead and comes back up here. If we're going to retest that opening range low and reject back down, or if we're going to break through. But for the first trade this morning, a lot of patience. It's 10:30. We waited an hour on this trade, but $90 an hour. I mean, that ain't bad. Well, while we're here waiting, let's take a look and see what's going on Uber. Not a whole lot going on there. No real there. Oh, what's that? Drive commercial. Oh, God. Here we go. The other thing I wanted to point out here is you can see right here, last Wednesday, we bought $50 worth of Tesla. Right? There's the Tesla thing. We purchased $50, a fractional share of Tesla, which gave us roughly 20% of a share. And today we are now up 11.2% on our money. Sometimes you just got to look at the percentages, not necessarily the dollar amount. This is something we're going to do for the stream. We're using Webull for it. You can see there. That's our buy spot. And what we'll do is every Wednesday, we're going to try to add another $50 into Tesla. We're doing this for the stream, y'all, because I want people out there to understand. And there's no guarantee in the market. We know this, but hell, there's no guarantee walking out that front door. What we're trying to get people to understand is you can simply invest in whatever you want as long as you're investing. And that helps for your future. That's where we want people to be. You don't have to have $1 million to get into the market. It kills me how many people sit there and complain about, oh, this guy's killing the market. Oh, this guy's killing, and y'all asses ain't in the market. So how do you have some place to speak? Anyway, we're up 11% on our money right there. Is it going to stay there? Who the hell knows? But for right now, I think that's going to be the end of my trading day. If I do any more trades, I'll bring it to you. If not, I'll see you in the Tessie when we get out here to get ready to work. Let's go. All right, we finished today at 137 on the trading books. I'm okay with today. Mondays are normally not my good day. I can sometimes see it. Today, there was a lot of chop. There were some big movements, but it wasn't showing me what I felt comfortable with as far as an A, B plus, A plus setup for me. Still learning. Every day, there's something to learn when it comes to trading. So don't ever feel like you got to trade every day, or you've got to win every trade, or any. Listen, there's a lot of people out here going to tell you a lot of different things about trading. You know what the best thing you can do? Put in the time, put in the work, put in the study. Eddie, driving in style, we trade so differently. Yet I understand his way of trading. And I can trade his philosophy. That's what we'll call it. So, and there's always more than one way to skin a cat. But you're never going to know until you get in there. And listen, I'm 56 years old. I'm 56 years old. I'm learning to trade every day as we go. Today I am bumming though.
I've got on the t-shirt. Shout out Gig Wars Official. Y'all check them out at gigwars.com. A nice t-shirt. I got on my Dickie shorts, my older sneakers. You know, I'm bumming today, man. It's Monday. Just come off, you know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of doing rideshare hardcore. I mean, putting in the time, putting in the hours, putting in the stress, putting in all that shit. You know, we got it done. We hit our goals. But it's Monday, starting again. Now, normally I pick up the missus 6:30 every day on the East Coast. So I come out and I try to get some rides in beforehand. I do have on Uber right now, but I've got it locked out. I need to go ahead and put on Comfort. When I get off the highway, we'll put Comfort on. And we'll see if we can make a couple bucks before I got to pick her up. Tonight, there is a hockey game. I have not worked a Panthers hockey game since last year, Eastern Conference Finals. Why? Because the Amerit Bank Arena, right? Y'all know that bank. They're the sponsors of the arena. And they've got, I don't know if she's still there now, but last year, a very nasty person, heading up there, I guess, their parking situation. Now, Uber and Lyft, we always had a little spot. Ever since that arena was open and we've been driving, they've moved us around a lot of times, but we always had a spot. And 95% of the time, the drivers listened to the rules. Whatever the rules were, we were there, we listened to them. Well, last year, this brainiac woman decided she didn't want us in there no more. And to a point, I believe it was because, you know, a playoff game, they get $50 a car to park. For a non-playoff game, regular season game, they get $30 to park. Concert events, anywhere from $30 to $50 to $100 to park. So why would they want Uber and Lyft to pick up and drop off there? They don't. So where they moved the pickup drop-off location was even further away from the arena. We used to be in lot 7. Now we're in lot 2 for the last 3 years. And it creates a traffic nightmare. And the people that have to go and get their Ubers or Lyfts got to walk a pretty far distance. I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm saying that's what it felt like they did. They created a situation. But here's the funny thing. Right across the street from the Panther Arena, because I don't even call it by that bank name, from the Panther Arena, Sawgrass Mills Mall, 5th largest mall in the nation, largest mall in the state of Florida. All kinds of free parking. And people always park over there, and they'll walk across the street. So why put people who use Uber and Lyft in a position? I don't know. I haven't been back. I got into a discussion with her, and we exchanged pleasantries. I was not banned or barred. I could go there and work all the time. Matter of fact, y'all know I dropped off there Saturday. I just choose not to. That's all. Easy peasy. All right, let's see what kind of money we can make. Uber's app's telling me it can't find my beacon. The beacon's right there. Fuck.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
Something odd and peculiar here. It's Monday. It's Monday at 4 o'clock. There's no surge. What happened to the surge? Is Uber pulling a move again on the Monday? Because you know that's when they pull their move, right? They pull it on Mondays at the first day of the week when most people are done working. And then they kind of ease into... I hope that's not the problem. Uber, are you playing games again? The other thing is my CMT score dropped to 98 because my phone mount, my Pawtucket phone mount finally broke. My acceptance rate is only 55%. Boy, Blackheart Trent would be upset with me. I do have a 0% cancellation rate. Normally, if I take the ride, I'm going to give the ride. I mean, you're giving me the upfront information. Normally, I don't have to cancel. And a lot of my rides are premiered, so mama ain't raised no fool. And my star rating still 5.0, even though it's 498 5 stars, 2 4 stars. Anyway, oh, did I just burp? Anyway, let's get some money. Let's turn on Comfort and let the bullshit begin. Well, that was strange and weird. I never had that. First of all, listen, they sent me a ton of exclusive rides when I dropped down to Comfort, but they were just, they just weren't worthwhile taking. They were bad. So I went to Premier only, got 3 rides, right? 3 short rides, no big deal there. Took the rides, knocked them out. But I just got something that's never happened to me before. I got the same ride sent to me twice, but both times it came to me as a trip radar. Normally, they either send it to you as an exclusive, you turn it down, they'll send it again. If they send you a trip radar, right, which I didn't tap it, another rider took it, if it comes back to me again, it'll come as an exclusive. But that sucker just came to me twice as a trip radar. And now it's an exclusive. We're going to take it. $17. Let's go. Crazy, ain't it? Okay, so I dropped the young man off, college student, whatever, coming home. No problem. Easy peasy ride. But here's the thing. I asked him. I said, hey, buddy, did you have 2 drivers cancel on you? And he was like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm just curious. Did you have a driver assigned to you before I was assigned to you to come pick you up? And he was like, no, when I ordered the ride, you're the first guy that connected. And that makes me wonder with the trip radar stuff, right? Because it came to me not once, but twice as a trip radar. And then you guys heard, the 3rd time it came exclusive, I took the trip. I don't know what that means, but what is this algorithm doing that the driver is going to see a ride 2 or 3 times while the rider is only connected once? Oh, and by the way, all 3 times, the ride was the same price. 17 and change, whatever it was. I don't know, kind of weird. Anyway, that's it. We're at 5263 on 4 trips. We are going to get the VIP right now, and I will see you.
My level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential. The grind is all in your mental, and I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be